Charlie, shut up.
What we're not gonna do is this.
Girl.
So, hey y'all, welcome back to the couch.
What's up?
We just got finished watching the latest episode of Happily Ever After. Question mark? Happily Ever After?
Are they really? Some of them not so much.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with recap rundown.
Yeah.
Our thoughts, because we got
a lot of them. That's what y'all come here for.
And then we'll get into some other fun things. So let's start with Angela.
Okay.
And Michael and Beverly Hills surgery. So Angela's is she getting a sleeve or is she getting it cut?
I thought she was getting a sleeve.
But is that the cut when they cut it?
Girl, don't give me that.
I don't know. She's getting
some type
reduced.
Some type of weight loss procedure is being done. Her stomach is gonna shrink to the size of a banana.
Yep.
And subsequently, she's gonna lose a lot of weight and have a lot of loose skin.
Yep.
And so now she met this African doctor.
Yeah, Michael.
And
African Michael doctor.
Angela was quite smitten with Dr. Michael. And
he was fine though.
Yeah.
Dr. Michael, you look good, sir.
And we think that this Dr. Michael might be the same one who handled Gorilla Girl.
Gorilla Glue Girl. We need to look this up. I feel like it is.
So
shout out to you, Michael.
Yeah, you're doing your thing.
But Angela is a problem. Because here's the thing, Angela. You're going to go get your stomach sliced down.
Sliced and diced.
You're going to get your boobs reduced.
Lifted it into...
You're going to have to also then get skin removal surgery. But you refuse to give up cokes and smokes. How? Sway.
Yeah.
You apparently did it because we're looking at
right.
We're looking at this picture of you a lot smaller. So
snatch.
I'm not gonna do you too bad, but the fact that you showed up to LA and smoked not one, not two, not three, but four.
4 cigs.
In
the day that you've been the literally 24 hours that you've been in LA before going to the doctor, and your assistant woman or whatever who obviously she is taking advantage of probably having some type of employee discount.
Girl, because nurse assistant, what was her name? I don't even remember her name.
Natasha? Something.
But sis, one, I need you to fix your foundation color.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's a little off. And then two, are y'all wearing crop tops?
She had with a little jacket on, like a little white coat.
Girl. And I know that white coat, I know that neck of that white coat was full of that brown, ugly ass makeup you had on. But I'm excited to, see Angela go through this journey. I think it's going to be good for her overall health. As a health guru myself, I would love to see it.
Yeah.
I'm never against somebody having surgery if that's the best option for you. But you still going to have to eat better, Angela.
Still got to eat better, still got to exercise. And still got to stop smoking.
Period. Let them smokes go.
And them cokes for you. Smoke some cokes.
No and Michael, I hope you are enjoying Angela's new small titties.
Yeah.
Tatas.
They look definitely small. We're looking at the screen that's on the Discovery Plus app, and
they small.
I mean, they are small.
I mean, because sis had a pillow up there on each.
Sis head. Boom. Now she got coaster size.
Right. Now
this is what she got.
Okay, you done went down. So Michael, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you are also recovering from these changes.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot for you to deal with, sir. There's no in between the friends.
Not at all.
So that's them. Who else do we have?
Then we had the Andrei and Elizabeth and her family, because we got to see lots of them tonight.
Here's the long and short for me. Charlie is still a butthole. He's still a butthole. The dad, both Dad and Libby, generally y'all are oversharing and giving information. You need to learn how to better deliver the information so that the recipients can give you what it is that you need, because in none of those conversations was it given what it's supposed to give. So eventually we got to the point where they were like, okay, yes, he can work for the company, but it was just like a lot of unnecessary whatever.
We had to just go round this big circle because Dad, you went in there, it was like he came, first you tried to mock his accent, and shout out to you, Libby, for shutting that down.
She's like, what we're not going to do is this.
Well, this is not what we're going to do today. Not while my husband not here to defend himself.
Right.
And then two, you go into the $100,000 thing, and Dad, you had already made the decision to allow him to come work. So all you needed to say was, look, guys, Andrei is going to come work and learn the business. Are y'all on board? Are y'all willing to work with him? And then y'all could have had an open dialogue. Same thing with you, Libby, when you went home. You didn't have to get into the whole fight thing. You could have talked about that later with your husband. I understand you wanted to share that with him, but he wanted to know at the end of the day, like, what came out of it. What came out was that he can work at the company. Period.
And honestly, Dad, all he really needs to say is that I've agreed to take Andrei on as a mentee. He's going to be working with the company. I want you to know in advance of him starting, but ultimately the decision begins and ends with me. And so I've said okay to this. You don't need to bring in the 100K conversation. And then you can hear what are your reservations about that. So as the boss, as the manager, I can try to help like mitigate those things. But I'm not really seeking your approval for any, this whole conversation should have just been handled like 10 different ways better.
Yeah, so, you the boss, Dad. They all were relying on you and your dollar.
Right. And the main one who's talking all that stuff about, oh, you're not going to come in here and use my daddy and this and this.
Charlie,
if you don't shut up and sit down.
Charlie, shut up. Because you depended on daddy dollar too. And all you're really trying to do is make sure that your dollar is not impacted by Andrei. Because if he came in and did a hell of a job, then you might be at risk. And that's the only reason you feel threatened. So let's not.
Yeah.
We'll see how we'll talk about next week in a second. Okay. Yeah. Brandon and Julia in Vegas.
Okay, so, from the previous series, we
just finished watching them on 90 Days.
Just finished watching them. And we really had a lot of love for Julia. And things have changed. Not having so much love for Julia. Never really had a whole lot of love for Brandon. But one thing that came out of this episode that really is concerning is just their approach to life, their visions, where Julia is a dreamer and Brandon is someone who likes to play it safe. And so they're just so far apart in how they want to approach life that I'm really concerned about the longevity of this relationship.
As a dreamer, and friend, you know me. I got enough dreams for everybody. It was just really hard for me to watch the end of that. Like, just to hear what she wants to do with her life and the fact that, as a person coming into this country with the barriers she already has and still believing that she can build this life that she wants for herself and having somebody else sitting next to you being like, why are you trying to do all that?
Bringing up all the negative things.
That was just so, that was really hard. So I really hope that they can have some more dialogue around that and figure it out, because if not, it's going to be split.
It's going to be curtains. Another thing for Julia, sis, you got to stop being so jealous.
Girl, jealousy.
The way she acted when the waitress came up, where were you looking? Were you looking at her? I'm looking at the person who is taking my order. I'm talking to the person who is talking to me. Like, calm down.
Who are you looking at? Girl, I'm looking at the waitress. That's who I'm looking at.
So that was really ridiculous.
And if she's cute, there's nothing wrong with him looking at the girl. If he not going to the boom boom room like Jovi, then don't worry about it.
Okay? Just don't do that.
All right. Next, we have Tiffany and Ronald. Our South African / American separate living.
A lot of issues there.
There's a lot of issues here, baby.
How much time we got? Shoot.
Okay, so they got married in South Africa. Tiffany didn't want to have her baby, didn't want to have Carly in South Africa, comes back to America. applies for the spousal visa, which they are still waiting on, and they've been in separate countries for 8 months. That's the rundown. Tiffany also bought tickets to go see Ronald. Canceled the tickets because she felt like Ronald should be contributing. Now, I do think he should be contributing. Mm-hmm. If Ronald is sitting at home doing absolutely nothing and spending $3,000 on getting his bike fixed and doing how he got
a bike that you're not even using to get to nobody's job. Like, you know, because I was going to try to be like, okay, but he needs to have transportation to get to work. But sir, you don't even have a job.
How you making money?
So,
where they got 3K from to fix the bike?
And I mean, I don't know much about motorcycles, but
I don't know.
They can't have as many.
Because when she said bike at first, I'm seeing like
pedal.
But then I was like, oh no, we saw the scene with him like on his motorcycle.
Yeah.
So, and my biggest issue with the two of them is Tiffany is expressing all of these concerns with Ronald. 2 years in. They've been married for 2 years.
2 years.
Okay. Ronald didn't become a bum yesterday.
He was a bum when you met him.
He
didn't have no job when you met him.
And I don't want to say bum. I don't know what Ronald going through. Don't seem like much. He got a computer to Skype. He got a motorcycle. He got a lot of things, but not a job.
Not a job.
And so, Tiffany, you're not the victim here. Now, do you get to make some decisions for your family as a sole provider and like what's best for your kids? Yes. But let's not make it seem like Ronald is the enemy because he's not working and he's not contributing. Because, again, you knew. You knew who you married before you married them. Now, if Ronald switched up the game on you and started sitting on his ass, I'm sorry, but it doesn't seem like that was the story.
Yeah. No, I mean, when I watched their season, and granted, I didn't even watch the full entirety of that season, but when I watched that season, there were issues then. And then she popped up, oops, I'm pregnant. So.
And pregnancy doesn't warrant a marriage. Like, you still could have taken some time to figure out, is this the right man for me? Like, he might be the right dad for Carly. God saw it fit for this child to come in and for y'all to be her parents, but that doesn't mean he has to be your husband. And we got to get out of this mindset. Like, it's 2021. Let it go. Like,
let it go.
Let it go. I understand people thinking they trying to do the right thing, and whatever. Because y'all been together, it's clearly not what's best for this baby.
No.
You know, because he might be able to find the money to get Carly to come to South Africa and spend some time, or he might be able to, I don't know, with the visa situation right now, but be able to see his kid. They might be able to work out a co-parenting situation, but y'all clearly are not working out a husband and wife situation. So, on to the next.
Yeah.
Because, child. Then we saw for a short time Kalani and Asuelu today. And Asuelu was turning over a new leaf and becoming a new man, but Kalani wasn't really here for that.
Yeah, so we didn't know that Asuelu has used tears in the past to, you know, kind of get some things. Because at first we were looking like, oh, you know, this is really mature of his childish ass. This man is so childish.
I'm about to call Kalani a whole bitch. Like, what is wrong with you, girl? But then she dropped the bomb.
Right. So, you know, that's just going to be a wait and see type of situation. Because you got, like, part of being in a relationship is trust.
Yeah.
And so if he's saying that he's going to be this new person, you want to trust him, but obviously he has said these things before and used tears before and then continue to do the same thing.
And it doesn't seem like she trusts that he's being honest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so, you know, give the space for him to prove that has grown and been mature. But also don't just, like, believe it just because he said it. Because, I mean, this dude was just jumping on the bed day before yesterday.
Jumping on the bed, okay.
Like a child.
Ooh, Lord. I was like, you don't get your big ass off this bed.
Right. And it's been staged to sell a house. This ain't our shit.
It's not.
If you don't get off of this bed.
Oh,
ridiculous. Did we talk about Natalie and Mike?
No, I forgot them on my list. Oh my God. Okay, Natalie and Mike.
How could we forget about
How?
that?
Jesus
Again,
Christ.
jealous. I need to see the picture.
I need to see the picture
because
Mike, please just show us the picture.
Yeah, can we get it posted on social media? Somebody got this and can leak it.
I know somebody got the picture.
Yeah.
The friend, somebody, because this whole like showing your titties to the camera.
Yeah.
Because with Natalie, we know she's a drama queen, and I honestly believe it was just like a low V cleavage situation.
Yeah. I can believe that.
How you ruined a whole surprise birthday dinner?
Because we was rooting for you at the beginning, girl. We were all rooting for you. Like, she came with his favorite sushi and had the bubbles, and like it was really cute. Really,
you was winning this competition tonight out of all the couples. You was winning, Natalie, and then you ruined it. But Mike, you not all right either, because you can't keep getting up, walking away. Y'all need to address these issues. Y'all don't have conversation.
Yeah. You can go to your respective corners, like, you know, in the boxing ring or whatever.
Let me
go to your respective corners. Take a breather so that you don't say something that you're going to regret. Think about, you know, whatever, and then come back and have a conversation. But no. You leave the ring entire. You leave the arena. Okay? And if you're in a relationship and marriage,
don't leave me sitting here by myself.
So, yeah.
Even if I am being irrational right now, like, again, just take your mama, like, look, I need a second. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to come back. You need to have a better attitude, as do I, and then we'll start this conversation again. But I really need to see the picture, because honestly, Natalie, if it was a little V-cut situation, I ain't saying that girls need to be out here snapping up cute pics to send to your man, but don't over-exaggerate saying that a girl is out here Mardi Gras beating to your man when she really just had on a tank top. Like, come on.
Girl, and the way Natalie is, she can exaggerate something so much. So it probably wasn't even a selfie that the girl sent. It was like a picture where she was out somewhere that somebody else took. And it's like, zoom in. What are these, titties?
Yeah.
Why is this girl sending you naked pictures? I can see her just jumping all the way into it. So,
and Natalie, the fact that we think that way of you, like, you gotta dial it back sometimes, because you be doing way too much.
There's no middle ground with that couple. When they're cute and lovey-dovey, they are lovey-dovey. They're super cute and lovey-dovey.
And when
they are not, they are not. And it just happened so quickly, as we saw at dinner.
And that gotta be tiring.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of it. And we gotta watch y'all again. We saw y'all before the 90 days now, happy ever after, and I'm tired. So I can't imagine how they feel, because I'm tired. All right. Well, that's the rundown. Okay, so now, what was your most cringeworthy moment of the night? I know what mine was.
The one that is sticking out in my mind right now is Angela and the doctor.
That was mine. Oh God.
She was just like, "Oh, you don't fit on these today's," and he was like, "Well, it's an examination."
It's an examination. Like, it was too much, Angela. I was just like, I'm all down for a little flirt, but this is a lot.
Ooh, she was doing the most.
Oh God.
My God, she
did that Poland robe wouldn't even get over the
No, that robe was too small. I guess they had a one size fits all, and it did not fit Angela. Bless her. She had to put on them ridiculous ass shades.
Talk about, I'm about to that shit. Girl, no ma'am. No.
Stop
ma'am.
it.
Please.
Stop
Oh
it.
my God. Okay, yeah, so we're on the same page.
Okay.
Who are we giving our 60 seconds of ChatBlk advice to tonight?
Okay,
so many deserving people.
There's so many deserving people.
We can only do one.
I'm going to take it a little bit differently, and this is where I said I needed to remember to come back to this. I want all of you spouses, the American spouses, who speak one damn language.
Oh yes, this is great. Give everybody this advice. This is awesome.
I want y'all who speak one language to stop telling people who speak 2 and 3 languages or more than that your English is bad, that you're not fluent, that you're not proficient, that you're not this, that, and the third. You speak one language and don't even speak that with them. Don't sit up here and tell somebody else who can have a conversation with you and you can understand that conversation. Yes, they may use him instead of he or his or whatever the case may be, but you understand what she's saying, right?
Yeah.
So don't sit up there and tell that person, belittle the fact that their English is not perfect, whatever perfect means, when they're speaking more languages than you. Don't do that. Yeah. That's just my advice at the end of the day. There's so much in terms of sacrifices that people are making to come over here. Whether their intentions are pure or not, they have left their family and everything that they know, everything that is comfortable to them, to come over here for your ass. And then you gonna sit up here and belittle their dreams and tell them that they can't speak English? What? You sound dumb. Stop it.
Right. I need you to go somewhere else for a while and try to like process their language coming into you translating that to English, and then trying to get your thought back out into the other language. It's a process.
It is very challenging.
It's very hard.
As someone who lived in another country for 2 years and was illiterate, could not speak, could not read, could not write, at least initially, could not do any of those things.
Yeah.
And a place that I lived for 2 years, I'm very empathetic and I'm very kind of like sensitive to this. So don't tell somebody, oh, well, your language is trash, and they're sitting up there having a conversation with you. Like,
I think the problem is Americans, like, we assume that people should know English.
We assume.
Which is the problem. That's also part of the problem. Like, we travel to other countries and expect people to be able to communicate with us, when it's like, no. No, if you going to Japan, if you going to Mexico, I don't care if you take your ass right to Cancun, you better at least know how to say hola, como estas.
Yeah.
Okay?
You in these people's country.
You in somebody else's country and space, and a lot of these, you know, people on this show are coming here and they have some basic form of English, which should be applauded and not belittled. So, great advice, Rochelle.
Thanks.
All right, well, what are we excited to see next week?
Well, we're finally going to see baby Mila and Mama Gwen interacting with, like, you know, Gwen's stock has just risen exponentially. We are Gwen stans over here, so we're really excited to see baby Mila and Mimi Gwen.
Yara,
you know, whatever they choose to call them
this week. I really miss them. Definitely excited to see them. I want to see how the conversation goes with Andrei and Charlie. I know it's not going to be great, but I mean, hey, I want to see. I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
And I want to see what happens when Kalani's sister comes, and if Asuelu really owns up, like holds up his end of this bargain to be more mature and loving to the family. So we'll see. Yeah. Well, we will be right back here, y'all. Next week on the ChatBlk, watching Happily Ever After ? We will see y'all later. Bye.